Welcome back. All right, news of the day video for all you fine people on the internet for your Monday, January the 20th. Starting with the 3 stars from the National Hockey League this past week. Logan Thompson, first star. He's been ridiculous for Washington. 3 wins, 2 of those via shutout, and I believe he only allowed 1 in the other win that he had this week. So, yeah, pretty good week for Thompson. Philip Forsberg of Nashville, your second star. 3 games played, 4 goals, 3 assists, 7 points. And David Pastrnak of the Boston Bruins, who are playing currently against San Jose, your third star this week. 2 games, 2 goals, 4 assists, 6 points in the 2 games that were played. So there's your 3 stars. And moving along. Dylan Ferguson has been returned to the American Hockey League by Minnesota. Gustafson's going to dress, but Fleury gets the start today against Colorado. So Gustafson just hasn't skated for a bit, so they don't feel like it'd be right to put him in tonight, but he probably gets the start, I would think, in their next game. Kulik is set to return for the Buffalo Sabres. He's missed the last handful of games for Buffalo, so he'll be playing today against the Kraken. Of course, the Minnesota, Colorado, and Buffalo, Seattle games, 2 of the early ones, and I will be doing a review of the 3 early games earlier than I'll be reviewing the other 6 games. Just there's a 7:30 start tonight, so it gets me done a little bit earlier at night, and it makes sure that if you're watching, say, the Boston-San Jose game, you're not waiting until really late tonight to see the review for that. Justin Danforth, a player I like in Columbus because he has stuck with it. He made it to the NHL later on in life than a lot of hockey players do, and so it's always nice to see him back in the lineup. He's been activated by Columbus from injured reserve. He missed 18 games with injury. So getting Danforth back in the lineup, just a little bit more strength for a Columbus team that's already playing really, really well. And I'm sure it's been tough for Danforth to see this team play that well and not be out on the ice enjoying it with them. So we'll see where he slots into the lineup for Columbus when they return to action. Sheldon Keefe talking about the New Jersey Devils after losing their 4th straight. He is saying the top players need to be better. And when I saw this, I thought that sounds very similar to how things worked in Toronto as well, but it is it's a hockey cliche for a reason. Your best players need to be your best players, and in New Jersey that has not been the case. During this losing streak, there are some players that are in slumps scoring-wise, so Sheldon Keefe demanding a little bit more from them. The New Jersey Devils, I think getting a little bit of time off here is good for them. I'm just looking at the board. They don't play today or tomorrow. It's probably for the best. Gives Keefe some time in practice to go over what's gone right, what's gone wrong, and try to address the issues with the team. New Jersey's still a good team. It's just they're going through a slump right now. Toronto, Stolars, and Yarncroke on the ice prior to morning skate. This is good news, of course. Stolars has been out since, early December since Stolars last played. Might be late November. Yarncroke's been out for quite a while as well. So having them on the ice prior to morning skate is a sign that they're taking that next step towards a return to the lineup. Pacioretty will not play in the game today. He is day-to-day at this point in time. No, Columbus plays. That's right. Columbus plays tonight in New York. I forgot I'd taken that game and already put that on that board. Toronto playing tonight at home against Tampa Bay. Pacioretty will not be in the lineup for that. Minton will be in the lineup as a result. So Fraser Minton gets a chance to show what he can do for Toronto. Paling's been placed on the injured reserve by Philadelphia. Not surprised by that. Definitely looked to be concussed on the hit he took from Siplikov, which has allowed Abels to be called up from Lehigh Valley. So we'll see if Abels gets into the lineup for the Philadelphia Flyers for their next game. They play tomorrow at home against the Detroit Red Wings. So we'll see if he gets in the lineup for that. So Montreal hype, a little bit of Montreal hype for all you fine people on your Monday morning. Dobesh has become the 13th National Hockey League goaltender to win his first 5 games. It is not something that happens all the time, so Dobesh putting together a pretty strong resume. And I thought Montreal just played a really good game last night against the New York Rangers when they needed to, got the goals when they needed to. But yeah, that's the thing. You know, if you don't quite have a great stat line, and Dobesh didn't last night, but the team did their best to get him that win, there you go. So 5 straight wins. Lane Hutson. So the Lane Hutson hype is only building. For people who don't like it, it's going to get worse, I think, as the season goes along. And it definitely feels like with each passing game, it becomes more of a he's going to win the Calder because rather than it's a Calder fight. So Hutson's rookie point streak reaches 8 games. He is the first Montreal Canadiens rookie to get an 8-game point streak since Stéphane Lebeau did it back in 89-90. And that was 9 games. A little bit easier to score in 89-90 than now, a little bit. We were getting out of the live puck era, but it was still pretty lively. And it is the second longest assist streak by a rookie. He ties Barry Beck with 8 games of an assist streak. 1 game behind Shane Gostisbehere, who holds the record with 9 straight games as a rookie with assists on the blue line. Very specific record, but still. Lane Hutson getting closer and closer to that record, so should he get a point in the game against Tampa Bay via an assist, he would tie an all-time record. So I would not be surprised if he does so. He's out there a lot for Montreal. He's being trusted, it seems, in all situations. So, yeah, pretty strong future on the blue line for the Montreal Canadiens. Ottawa. So the reason for Senators garb today, the Ottawa Senators holding a wild card spot this late in the season. It is not the normal way of things, not recently anyways. The last time that Ottawa held a wild card spot this late in the season was April the 9th of 2017. So almost 8 years ago. Yeah, it's been that long already. And of course, in 2017, Ottawa went on a little bit of a run in the playoffs. So maybe this is a good sign for Ottawa. And as I've mentioned before, Ottawa's a very strong competitor in the playoffs traditionally when they're an underdog, unless they're against Toronto. But how many of us would want to see a Toronto-Ottawa matchup potentially in the first round? I think all the Ottawa fans have put up their hands. And here's the thing. I think everybody else has too. I think a Battle of Ontario in the first round would be awesome. The only way that it would be even better would be if we had a Battle of Ontario and then the Battle of Alberta the next night. So on every other night, you're either getting one province against itself or the other province against itself, and we all win, right? So we'll see if Ottawa holds that spot. They are favored to hold that spot, which is also something that I can't remember having seen happen since 2017. Things are going pretty well for Ottawa, even though Brady Tkachuk hasn't been all that productive for them recently. Good news for LA Kings fans. The LA Kings have put together a very strong record without Drew Doughty. Drew Doughty is now getting to the point where we can start talking about when he's coming back. Doughty and Laferriere at practice today in non-contact jerseys for the LA Kings. It will be interesting to see when Doughty returns to the lineup, what that does to ice time for guys like Spence and Clark, who have really stepped up and been excellent in his absence. And it will be interesting to see what it does for the Kings' overall game. A team that's playing very well, doing a pretty darn good job of playing shutdown defense when they need to, and now they're going to have Doughty back in the lineup. Non-contact jerseys, you're looking at likely at least a week, maybe 2 weeks out. But yeah, Doughty is trending towards a return, and that's good news for the LA Kings. And let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe in the event you may not have done so already. I will try to get other videos in if I need to. One thing I don't have on the board is this all the JT Miller stuff that's still out there. It still feels like there's a deal that might be in the midst of being worked upon, but I'm not going to get into all the speculation here. We'll just see when it happens, what the return might look like and who ends up putting in the best offer to Vancouver for the player. But let me know your thoughts. Hit like and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thank you guys so much for all your support as always. I will talk to you again soon.